Right. Hey everyone, welcome to the last live stream of the Resilience Growing Pilot Program. So good to see everyone here tonight, and we're just so stoked that we've made it this far together as a cohort. It's so exciting, and we're really gonna explore a lot of the last 14 weeks together tonight, and really kind of try and get to the bottom of what we really all most valued about the program itself. So yeah, it's going to be a good session, we hope. And I'm just going to quickly start, as always, with the acknowledgement. So I would like to begin by acknowledging and paying my respects to the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, the traditional custodians of the land on which I am streaming from today. I would like to pay my respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. And I would like to acknowledge that I'm streaming from land that was never ceded. And given that this is the last session, I feel like something I've been meaning to kind of tack on there for a while, as well as I feel like we should acknowledge how much the Aboriginal people of the country were amazing agricultural custodians of the land as well. And I think we have a lot that we can learn from them. And I think a lot of the stuff that we've learned in this course can also be traced back to some of that Indigenous knowledge from my understanding as well. So it's just something I wanted to kind of talk about, mention. So, got a cool session in store for you tonight. Just going to run through the agenda really quickly, and also just kind of, just going to run through the agenda. So it's going to be a little bit different to what we're used to now at this point. We've got no speaker tonight. It's actually more about you guys. We're going to celebrate your graduation from the program over a delicious meal. I hope everyone brought some food. I brought in with their microgreens. I've got my curry laksa with mustard microgreens. Awesome. Oh, nice one, Sharon. Sweet. And we are going to do a little experiment. We're going to break out into smaller groups, essentially, using a function in Zoom called the breakout rooms. And we're going to talk to each other. So we're going to let you guys all talk to each other in smaller groups about your experiences with the program. So it's a little bit finicky, but what Abby is going to do is kind of group everyone into rooms, and then we're going to be exploring some topics, some questions. And those questions are going to be like either what has been the most challenging part of the program where you feel like you've grown the most, or you can talk about what the most valuable thing that you've taken away from the course has been, or a major highlight or something like that. And so we're going to go into that in a second when Abby gets that all set up. But before we get to that point, I just also want to do a bit of a toast. Where's my glass? There it is. Just want to toast everyone and say thanks everyone so much for joining in this Resilience Growing program, and cheers. It's been amazing.
Cheers.
Yes. Awesome. Very cool. So once Abby has got that sorted, we'll be...
Yeah, so I've created the rooms, and so you should all get a notification in a moment. Open all rooms.
Very cool. So just to clarify, we're going to go into these rooms and we're going to take 10 minutes and we're all going to kind of talk about one of those two questions. What's been the most challenging thing, or where we've grown the most, or what's been one of the highlights or the most valuable things that we've taken from the course. So we're then we're all going to have a chance to share in the group and talk to each other. Just be mindful that we've only got 10 minutes, so make sure that everyone is able to talk. And then we're also hoping that everyone can designate one person from your group who can then share to the rest of the cohort when we come back. I just see we've got a few people coming in and out of the core of the thing, so hope that was clear. If anyone's not sure what's going on in your breakout room, just maybe fill them in and let them know. Sweet. Hello.
Hello.
Hey everyone. Maybe we could all take we could all unmute ourselves so we can all talk.
There we go. Hello.
Hey Paul.
Hi.
Hey Claire. How's it going?
Good.
And we've got Sean in here as well. Sean, can we see your face and talk to you?
Sean doesn't have a camera.
Okay. That's cool.
And he may not be able to hear us because he couldn't hear us last week either.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
That's cool.
No, he's telling me he can't.
So it's cool to talk to you guys all a little bit more intimately. So yeah, we'd love to kind of you guys to talk to each other as well and like.
Can Sean type on the chat?
No, we'll just take turns. Just take turns talking. So yeah.
Oh, no, for Sean, whether Sean can contribute by typing on the chat.
Yeah, that might work.
Yep, I'll tell him to do that.
Awesome.
Oh, well, we can.
So who's keen to start with sharing something? Claire, would you be keen to start? Come on.
Thanks for volunteering, Claire.
Alphabetical order.
Sorry?
Alphabetical order.
Okay.
Yeah.
What can I share? Well, I'll share that I'm at the moment cooking a frittata. That's going to be my masterpiece with I've got on the side here some red cabbage microgreens, big handful.
Yeah.
That's been our most luscious crop, actually. We've been, we haven't had all success, but the red cabbage is going crazy. What else have we grown? We had some pea shoots. That's been a favourite. And we've got a few bits and pieces sprouting at the moment. I can't remember what we've got. Coriander and some chard.
Yeah.
So everything's going pretty well at the moment. We've only had one casualty in our fish tank, which I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the fish look pretty happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, good.
Did you have any highlights? Any awesome moments from the program that you can remember?
I think the first shooting of our very first was the pea shoots.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit exciting, and they got really tall, so we felt like we really mastered that. They're
always a very impressive microgreen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, and getting the fish, that's always where we're tending to our fish. They're our pets right now, so that's been pretty fun.
Yeah, sick. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Emily, how about you? Do you want to share?
Yeah, sure. I think it's similar, getting the fish in when the fishies arrived. It's like, finally, and seeing that they were settled in and doing that sort of water testing to make sure everything's okay when they're settled in, and kind of, that moment was like, okay, everything's fine. And because I was a little bit late getting my fish, I was a little bit catching up with the program, and I had heard that there were fish casualties, and I was like, oh no, I don't want to kill my fish. But yeah, so it was great to kind of get the fish settled in and watch them and try and watch their personalities and come up with names. That's always fun. But yeah, also growing. Yeah, the Snoopies are always the fun sort of thing, seeing them curling out and growing so tall. Yeah, I think that's kind of like the other highlight would be like putting everything together and kind of getting the pump and getting that achievement. I was like, yes, I did it.
Yeah.
I was able to follow the instructions and put it together. I think that was another yay. Yeah, so there's a few highlights, but also hearing from some really cool speakers and connecting with other people on the Facebook group to see what other people are up to. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, fantastic! Awesome. They all sound like pretty awesome moments. Hard to pick a single.
I know. Pick one. It's like
yeah.
all of them.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks for sharing. And how about you, Paul?
Lots of highlights. I was talking to you earlier in the week, and the thing about the Zoom was that it made me commit to being on the on the ball every week, even though I didn't have to do anything, just watch. But
Yeah.
I thought the Zoom every week when you could see everybody else was so cool, because I haven't done any Zoom things before, and I don't use Facebook hardly at all. So this was the only real connection I had with all of these cool people that you guys had gathered, plus your speakers. I think good on you, Sean.
Join the
Get
party.
it. He's okay. Yeah, I think he can hear now. And the other highlight, well, as Emily said, I was just amazed that I was able to set it up without killing anything, and that it just actually does work.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I was. So yeah, so that's about it, I suppose. I think you guys, you're so young and so motivated in this field, and as our mates with Serena, and she was telling me how this was a very sudden change from most of you in the Farmall team to go suddenly onto online stuff and marketing and videos and emailing and all that stuff. And I just think you guys have handled it stunningly well under the circumstances. And I couldn't believe that it just seems to have run so smoothly, being your first time and all. So I just say congratulations.
That's the then that's amazing.
I'm sure behind the scenes it wasn't. Oh no, we sat in the wrong screw. Oh, the wood's not long enough. None of that bothered me at all. I just thought, how did you fit all that stuff into one box, so many components, and get it 99% right? Oh my God, I thought it was logistically amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's always good to hear that it's been, being on the other side of it, it's hard to sometimes think like what the perception is on your side. It's always pretty chaotic on our end, so it's sort of like,
yeah, I bet
that it's been a bit the other side's a bit calmer. Hey Andrea, we're sharing highlights of our like favorite moments of the course, or anything that we, parts that we feel like we learned something cool, or you want to chip in with something?
So I've just unmuted myself.
Yep.
Look, yeah, I can tack on with Paul, just the bit what I heard. Sorry, I'm late. It's been amazing. Starting with receiving the kit, every component that I needed was in it.
Yeah.
And that's helped so much, because it's not rocket science, sorry, but if you have to do it all, source it, cut things, think about it, it makes it so much harder. And then you put it on your, I'll tackle it later list. And you end up not doing it. So it's been so great having that kit, home delivered, bang, off we go. And that online support, that's been absolutely awesome.
Oh, fantastic.
Learned so much.
Yeah, it's funny how like often a lot of the like troubleshooting stuff is actually the solutions to things are quite simple, but you just wouldn't know, like,
that's right.
You had a support network or someone there who could just tell you the answers, and you often think the problems are much bigger than they actually are, and it's just like, oh, it's just like, just do that and solve.
And you need tools as well. And like, how many of us girls would have all those tools at home to cut the boards and to glue the glass and all of that stuff? So you wouldn't. It's been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. I'm glad to hear that.
And can I just say, I also absolutely loved every week the guest speakers. It's been so much mind food. It triggered so much critical and new thinking. It's just been amazing. It's still on my mind, and I really loved it.
Oh, fantastic. It's I mean, just hearing everything, that all the like feedback from people has been really awesome this last week and stuff like that. Just like the fact that like everyone was really amazed that it was not just growing food, it was like all of this extra stuff, kind of the more holistic, like sustainability and beyond. Yeah, which is, I think in our mind here at Farmall, that's just like, it's all just part of it. It's all one and the same. So learning about urban food and how to grow food, and comes part and parcel with learning all that other stuff as well. But
and I don't want to dominate this conversation. Sorry, guys. But what I gathered on Facebook from some of the comments, people were having problems with the fishies.
Yeah.
So my feedback to Farmwall would be to probably have next round early on a dedicated session for maintenance of fish. You did have a handout, but probably running people through some water chemistry, so that they can troubleshoot and hopefully avoid problems, but fix them faster, because I think too many fishies have died.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Thanks for sharing that. We're always looking how we can improve, especially now that we're looking at doing a new program as well. Yeah. Thanks.
Can we re-enroll?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to hear more about that later. G's going to tell us all about it. So, and Sean, I guess if we can hear from him, if he's able to hear it. Sean, if you can hear us, write in the chat. Let us know.
He's
Let us know
unmuted.
what pilot is.
Can we hear you, Sean?
Oh, sounds promising.
Oh no.
So, well, maybe I could share my highlight while we wait. My highlight was definitely making all the videos. I really enjoyed doing it. I hadn't been doing it. I hadn't dabbled in video editing prior to this, you know, but I hadn't done it for quite a while. And having an opportunity to make 40 videos in 14 weeks has been a absolute just like like my video editing skills have gone like
Rapid upskilling.
better. Yeah, just like a boot camp, like video editing boot camp. So I feel like I've really upskilled a lot, which is awesome. It's been a really cool opportunity, and also so cool to like meet all these people, all of you guys, and be able to share some knowledge, you know, what knowledge we can share and everything. It's been a real blessing. Yeah.
Well, I don't think Sean's going to be able to, because he doesn't have like a normal desktop computer. It's something that he's hand built.
Oh, true.
Yeah, so it does certain things really well, but this sort of stuff, I don't think he can handle it. He had to get a separate microphone, and that was I think that was stuffing with the audio. Now he's turned the microphone off. The audio's work. Oh,
yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yay! Good.
All right.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
This is my son, for everybody that doesn't know.
Okay, yeah, it's working now.
Awesome.
Well done.
Nice one.
Can you tell us what your favorite moment of the program was?
Well, I think being able to watch all the videos and just replicate exactly what you guys are doing so well, it's been good, because you put in everything we need to know, and you make it so easy for us to do it, and it's really good for people that have never done it before. It makes it really easy. So yeah, just watching the videos and building the kit has been great fun, I think.
Yeah, sick.
Cool.
Did you have a lot of feedback from the people with kids? Because when I saw some of the handouts and your Saturday sessions, I actually didn't attend them, but I just saw them, and the kids' activities. It sounded so educational and like so much fun.
Yeah, we had a pretty strong core following of a couple of kids who stuck with us throughout the whole program, the whole kids program. Yeah, it was lots of fun, and I actually learned heaps as well, because I didn't even know about the UN Sustainable Development Goals before we started, and now I know lots about them, which is cool. And yeah, just like generally, I think for kids and for everyone, it's been like that has just been such a good learning tool. Thanks so much for sharing, by the way, Sean. I appreciate your comments.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah, sick. So is everyone hoping to continue to use their kit now that they've got it? They've got plans to grow. Anyone growing any weird stuff? Growing any extra things in there? I've got a sweet potato sitting in mine, trying to germinate that.
Oh, we tried to do that, but it didn't work out. But we've got an ivy growing really well. Yeah, that's about as adventurous as we've got so far.
Yeah, sick.
Looks really good, actually.
Yeah, awesome.
Hoping to grow some more maybe leafy greens so that we can make some really, bigger salads.
Mm.
I just started with the chard and then maybe some lettuces.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think it's the beauty of the hydroponics as well. There, you can kind of just like grow some really huge. Been getting some photos now of people's hydroponic setups that have like really massive, like lettuce and chard growing, which is so
Oh.
cool to see.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I've got coriander growing in mine at the moment, and I'm like, cool.
Nice.
Very excited. It might actually work.
In your laksa?
Yeah, at some point, be able to add my own coriander. That'll be the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, 5 more minutes. All right.
How did your frittata turn out, Claire?
Oh, do you want to see?
Yes, I was like, ooh.
It's kind of stuck to the paper, so it's not the presentation that I was really hoping for, but I shall show it anyway.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Yum.
That looks so good.
Red cabbage microgreens on top for the crunch.
Yeah. For the spice.
The spice. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Oh, we got an extra. Wait for it to come in.
Hey, I've got a question.
Yeah.
There's 2 different lights. There's one tank light and one grow light.
Yeah.
Do they look different outside? Like, do they both have the same white sort of smooth shell around the bulb?
There's a whole bunch of. We had to source lights from different places, so all the lights have kind of different housings and stuff, but they all work the same pretty much in regards as grow lights. Just some of them are yellow, like a white light, which is better for the microgreens, and some of them are a red blue, which is better for the hydroponics. I think there was a document about light differences in one of this week's, which you can probably find in the program overview in the Facebook group. There's like a link to that document.
I just wasn't sure. Both of my lights look the same, like in terms of emissions. They both look like purplish.
Oh, if they're both purple, then that's fine. Like all lights will work. It's just the white lights can basically the white lights just have more frequency. So cool. All right. Ange, we've got to really quickly hear from you before we have to go back to the session. Oh, you're on mute.
I was just in another group, so I've already shared, and then I jumped back on, and then I got thrown in this group. So I lost all your. I didn't get to hear all your challenges and excitement, but I did get to share my own.
That's all good. Well,
but I didn't get to share, Tobias, that you rock. You've brought so many giggles and smiles to us here. So that was a highlight as well.
Oh, awesome! Thank you.
You're a rock star.
Cheers. Meant to be. Hey, before we jump back, is anybody keen to summarize for the rest of the group what we talked about when we go back? Anyone keen to give it a crack? I'll leave it up to one of you. Can do that. Have a crack at it. Yeah. Thanks, Emily. Awesome. All right. See you on that.
Say it's been really interesting.
Nice. Just fit it in.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
We're back.
Everyone's back.
Sorry if anyone was left with awkward silences with my mismanagement of the timing of the breakout rooms. But we were still going, so.
Yeah, same with us. We're having a right old chat, so.
Yeah, we were still going as well, but I thought it'd be nice to get everyone back together.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. So would anyone like to share to the main group what they felt or what their group was talking about? Any major key highlights?
I'll start. I'll share on behalf of my group. I had Ellie and Sharon, Prasad, Susan, and Luke. And for us, I think it was most of the key highlights that stood out was really around having the system set up in the dining room, and how that fresh harvesting experience was really brought to life through having dinner parties, and how it was used as a tool to show off to friends as you're sitting around, you know, making pasta, having a glass of wine, and going over to your mini farm wall and cutting fresh microgreens. And that was something that was a recurring theme for our group. So that was really nice to hear as well. Some of the challenges that were common that stood out for people was that people have been very militant about keeping the pH at a certain level, and luckily we had Wilson to kind of explain a little bit of debunking some of how militant you do have to be about it, which was really good feedback. And one challenge was keeping up with the content, which on the plus side with that, the content was amazing and there was a lot of it. Some people found it hard to keep up because they had their day jobs and sometimes life gets in the way. But overall, Ange mentioned that the kids' sessions were just outstanding and that she already misses them now that they're gone, and that we should just keep pushing through with teaching the next generation of young people about sustainable development goals. And hopefully the next program we have a lot more kids participating as well. So that's, yeah.
Now, I was making the content and even I struggled to keep up. Awesome. Marissa, would you like to share?
Yeah, I'll share on behalf of our group, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so our group, we had Mei Lee, Anna, Abby, Pat, Mike, Aidan, and Nick. And some of the challenges, I'll start with the challenges first, was the fish dying. No! But it was good. Our group said that it was good to share that challenge. And the challenge also, a few people moved house, and just to, of course, keeping up. But on the plus side, the resources are there that when you settle back into your house, you can dip back in and start again. So basically life got hectic and also in and out of lockdown for some people. And in the positive side, lots of positives. So positive effect on health, feeling proud of setting up your system and learning a new skill, and a source of joy. Every little leaf a source of joy. The community, looking forward to catching up with everybody on Thursday nights and seeing happy faces. Great speakers, and also the breadth and the variety of speakers, and also talking about global issues as well, sort of breaking into sort of, you know, larger issues as well. Also great to connect together as a family and learn a new skill together as a family. And last of all, congratulations to the team. You all did a terrific job. Thank you, team.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. I'm really glad that everyone likes my jokes in the videos because I'll keep doing them.
Did we say that?
Yeah.
People have told me, all right? I've heard it. People.
I don't think that's a unanimous decision.
It's unanimous enough.
I love them, Toby.
The people in your head that said
More
it?
jokes.
Sweet. All right. Would anyone else be keen to share from their group, or are we?
Yep, I'm
Yeah,
happy
Emily?
to share.
Yeah.
We had Andre, we had Tobias, Paul, Sean, Claire and Ange joined in as well. And some of the main things were we were blown away by how amazing the Farm War team was able to deliver and how professional it was, and just amazed at how you guys were able to pull all this together and be able to think through so much of the process, 14 weeks and 40 videos and weekly newsletters, and it was incredible and we were just blown away by it. So like Andrew was saying, Tobias, you're a rock star. We do love your jokes. And we loved how pretty much everything was provided in that kit. And it was just really well documented with the videos as well as PDFs. And that we felt a real big sense of accomplishment when we put together the tank. We're like, yay, we did it. So that's thanks to you guys and for your guidance as well through the videos. And we really loved the community. So these weekly Zooms not only kind of helped keep us going and keep us motivated. But it was really nice to hear from everyone, and also to touch base during the week via the Facebook group to kind of see what everyone else was up to. We also really love the fish, keeping them as pets, and there was we chatted about possibly, you know, recommendation around a bit more of a focus around fish keeping and water chemistry. That was an area that a lot of people seemed like we were struggling with. So yeah, what else? Kids sessions. Well done with the Sustainable Development Goal links, and it was looking like it was lots of fun. And yeah, so big thank you to the team. We're really grateful for this opportunity to learn and grow together.
Agreed. Awesome. Thanks for sharing, Emily. Lots of good highlights in there. Yeah, I think particularly the Sustainable Development Goal, like learning about the Sustainable Development Goals with all the kids in the program. It's been such a pleasure to I kind of feel like I've gotten to know them a little bit. It'd be cool to meet them at some point. Like just to be able to learn together about this really cool stuff has been so much fun for me personally, and I think for the rest of the team as well. So yeah, thanks Mike, thanks Ange and other parents in the course for wrangling your kids every week and bring them around in the live streams. Cool. All right, I think we're gonna pass it over to G now, who is going to basically do a little bit of a wrap up and summary and kind of the word from Farmwall. So if he's ready, I'll pass it over.
Thanks, Tobias. Maybe before I do that, I think we skipped our group.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, if you guys want to, my bad.
No worries.
Do you have a representative from your group who wants to?
Waiting for a volunteer, put their hand up. Otherwise, I'll move into the presentation. Share my screen.
Oh. Sweet.
Oh, wasn't the one. Sorry. Two things in the way here.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah. Thanks, Tobias, and thank you for everyone for being here tonight. Where do I start? This for us 4 months ago, we were in a position where COVID was hitting, and suddenly we had to rethink our business completely. And I'm sure many were in the same boat. And yeah, this all came together in a matter of weeks, where we decided to build a pilot and an educational program to trial at home. So and gave it all we got to develop it and to get it out into the world. So, and here we are. It's an incredible milestone. Quite a bit, few more than 14 weeks later, and yeah, I feel incredibly privileged and grateful that we made it so far, and made it all the way till the end of the program, and that we've been able to deliver it in a much better way than I would ever have dreamed of. We set ourselves a goal that we thought was way out there to sign up 100 people for the program, and we ended up in 93 households across 7 states, with all of you involved, and even 54 kids in the program. So it was an amazing first result, and we're here today, and I really want to thank you for believing in us, and for taking that step, and taking that trust that we were going to be able to deliver this program. It was a pilot. So I'm amazed with how you've all joined us on the journey into bringing us together, and incredible amounts have been done over the 14 weeks. And yeah, thank you for your patience in how it all has come together. We did market it as a pilot program, so we planned for some that not everything would go right from the start, but I think we've definitely been able to do most of what we hoped to do. So yeah, from deepest of my heart and the whole team, thank you for believing in us and joining us on this journey. We've learned a lot, especially in the last couple of days in the interviews and hearing from you guys, how the program has brought us together, not only at home in the form of projects and sharing it with the family, but also sharing our learnings with our peers and our friends, and being able to bring healthy food and regeneration into the day-to-day conversation. I also want to, of course, do a very big thank you to the legends of the team. Tobias, Abby, you guys have been rocking it and you've been total rock stars and bringing the content and the videos together. Same as you, Luke and Elliot and Lauren. Or urban farmers that have helped all along the way to deliver the content, and included in that, like, we've had amazing support from Dr. Wilson Leonard in the expertise of aquaponics and hydroponics, to bring it all to that next level. Serena, Cecile couldn't be here unfortunately today, but yeah, like, from a management perspective in the back end and getting everything organized, you guys have been absolute legends. And not to forget Aiden and myself, who've taken on the logistical challenge and have had to work through all the many challenges we had in that regards. Emilio and Nick have joined us from Monash University and Melbourne University. And our advisors, Katie and John, have been guiding us through the development of the program as well. So a very big thank you. I'm super proud. I feel very privileged, and I couldn't have dreamt of a better team for Farmall to be able to deliver this project. And then also some of you are here today. Beck, Sharon, but there have been many more. And Wilson, like a very big, Caroline as well. A very big thank you for our partners, both in the videos and as guest speakers. It's an amazing community, and all businesses that we believe in are doing great things for the future. So we hope to work with you again in the next cohort. And yeah, let's keep collaborating together to bring the message out there. So yeah, collaboratively we can make real impact, and that's sort of what we're starting to see with the beginning of the Resilient Growing program and this cohort. So just a few things here, like we still have to analyze a lot of the data. So we'll share quite a bit of that in the next couple of weeks. But if we assume that we all grew 3 trays of microgreens, we've grown about 279 trays of microgreens together. If each one of us has grown 1 round of hydroponics, we would have grown 837 heads of charts. And at least 75% of you have given us the feedback that you have increased your intake of leafy greens. Then in the last email, we've sent a video of how to build a worm farm with 4 styrofoam boxes. So if all 93 of us in the cohort would recycle or save 4 styrofoam boxes from waste, and we would save almost 400 boxes from waste, while turning it into a tool for us to reuse or to process tons of food waste and turn it into very rich microwave seed raising mix in the form of the worm castings. So together we can make impact, and this is the start, but we feel we can do much more as the cohorts grow. So Farmwell is a social enterprise as well. So we started 4 years ago on a mission to transform our cities into food-producing ecosystems, with four main criteria: so to educate about sustainable food production, to create jobs in urban agriculture, to regenerate our planet, and to create impact through food security. And this program is starting to show how we can actually deliver on that goal. Transforming a city into a food-producing ecosystem might be a large assignment, but with a Farmwell home at the center and being able to educate about regenerative food production and integrating that into our day-to-day lives, there's actually a pathway forward for us to be able to deliver on those goals. And the mindset that we've always dreamed of is if we're looking at our food as an ecosystem, as nature, and we design the systems around it with an ecosystem approach, then automatically that will start to become regenerative. So with this program and with these cohorts and this community, we can really start to create a ripple effect and change a paradigm. We've been preaching to the converted with many of you, but I feel this program can definitely have a large impact as we start to take it to the next level. And what is the next level? Yeah, so we love the community and what we've all done together, and the reactions on Facebook, how we've helped each other out, and we believe it's an amazing community. We want to nourish that and keep growing together. For starters, we've launched a web shop today, so you can keep growing your microgreens now that we've gone into the habit. So all the greens are available on our website. You can order a monthly supply pack, or just the seed packs that are specifically measured for the tray size of your growing system, one at a time. But most of all, we would like to keep the community going. So there's a community membership that basically, of course, allows you. We'll keep the Facebook group going, and we'll keep supporting that and keep answering all the questions. The content is forever available, but in this membership, you'll also get a 15% discount on the website for all your growing inquiries. We'll do a monthly Zoom where we'll come together again. The next session would be on the 27th of August, so we'll send an invite for that shortly. Another monthly kids activity around the Sustainable Development Goals, which is going to be a live stream. But then also access to all the future content of the future cohorts. So everything new that we create will be available on the platform. And we've listened to what you guys have said, and everything will be brought together in one location where it's very easy, accessible to look back at into your cohort, but also being able to access future content. Lots of you have told us about friends and family being interested, and we'd love to be we'd love this program to be referred to from word of mouth. So there's a 10% discount referral for any future signups, and there's of course a newsletter which you'll receive every month as well. So yeah, that's our community membership in a wrap up. So it's about $15 per month. You've seen we tend to over deliver, so we'll aim to do the same in this program to really continue to build the community. Again, this is a pilot for us, so we haven't done this before. So we'll keep growing and listening to as many feedback as we possibly can. So yeah, that's amazing news. So we're gonna do a next Resilience Growing program, and we're super excited about that. We're absolutely stoked. So and we've set the date, the 5th of October 2020. We'll run the Resilience Growing cohort number 2, and it will run over 9 weeks and with 200 spots at this occasion to be filled in the community. We're going to transition to another platform for content and communication, but when the time comes, we'll transition all the members over to that platform as well. So yeah, we're absolutely stoked about that. So feel free. It's live on the website. You can sign up now. It's priced at $4.95, which is a level up from the initial cost. But there'll be a lot more bells and whistles, and the program will be a bit more polished and richer in content as well. And you'll be able to apply the 10% discount for your closed community. We'll also move into a next prototype. So Aidan's been doing an amazing work in the industrial design department to take all your feedback and everything we've struggled and learned, everything that went well, that didn't go well, and we've translated that into a new prototype, which we'll be building for the next cohort, and will be a little further technologically advanced than the current one. Last but not least, and I'm not going to say too much about that, but just want to plant the seed. So I also believe the future of business is regenerative, and from that perspective, the customer, the planet, and our community should be at the center. So we really believe in taking our customers along the journey and along on our mission to create a more regenerative ecosystem. So we'll be raising funds over the next couple of months. We're also in the Scaling Impact Accelerator. And we're going to open up a unit trust to allow for equity crowdfunding through our customer channels, being able to deliver financial, social, and environmental return on top of the purchases that you do. So if you're more interested in participating in that, feel free to get in touch and send me an email or at the email mentioned there below. But yeah. More than anything, thank you. Thank you for making the time. Thank you for your amazing feedback. And thank you for all the partners at home and in the cohort that have supported this and made this happen. And I'm super stoked and super excited about being able to do this again with the Farmwell team, but also to take you guys on into the next cohort, and hopefully we can all become mentors and teachers and help each other, continue to help each other grow into further areas, but also take on board the cohort in October and guide them on their journey. So yeah, that's it for me. Thank you. I'll stop sharing my screen and back to you, Tobias.
Thank you, G. Very exciting stuff. I'm itching to get started making more videos for the new subscription and also the next version of the Resilience Growing program. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna open up now to some questions about anything. So like anything, like any technical questions that you might still have that you still need to get answered, or if you have any more specific questions about anything that G has just talked about, be that the membership, being able to buy things on the web store, and also any other things. Now is your opportunity. So does anyone have any questions? You can either write in the chat or just put your hand up. Yep, Marissa.
Is there anything like this anywhere in the world? Because I think you guys have done a unique thing.
How do you mean?
Well, I'm just thinking, I don't know of anything else like this where you've come together to produce essentially on a Zoom platform to produce food at home and to connect, to educate and bring food production in the home. This is just a unique, it's one of those, it's literally is like a worldwide COVID story. It's not even an Australia story. It's just fantastic, I think. Was there something, so my question is, how did you think of this? Where did this idea come from?
Honestly, I feel like, if I can speak for the team, I feel like it has been born out of circumstance in a lot of ways. But I also think that it is it's very timely as well, like of all the things that we need to learn about, but also the way that people are with the way that people are educating themselves these days and learning things on the internet, and also the way that the sources of information that people are sort of tapping into, you know, it may have used to be subscriptions to newspapers and things like that, and then with the internet, it's like the rise of free education and things like that. But now people see the value in really tailored content and also community. And I feel like we can really provide that super like slick and, you know, well polished, like one, I mean, maybe not super well polished, but, you know, like that really strong angle into urban farming education within the Australian context, and also the community to support each other.
Yeah, and if I can add to that as well, Marissa, I think one of the really interesting things for us was just witnessing how that disconnect happened so quickly when COVID did happen, and everybody that had regular interactions with community gardens, and that was their point of socializing with their neighborhood and their community, and that was the way for them to have the opportunity to get their hands dirty and roll up their sleeves when they didn't have that capacity in their homes as well. And there was this instant shock to the system for so many people that could no longer do that as well. And so I think that really having that ear out with our community, and you know, obviously everyone knows what Farmall was doing before. We had our indoor vertical farming systems in workplaces, hospitality, universities, and schools. And so when every single one of those places shut, and all of that workforce was all of a sudden in the home, and they needed that connection as well, it was a natural transition, but it was also born out of circumstance. But it was certainly very, it was a big sink or swim moment for us, and needing to do that pivot so incredibly quickly, or else how do we deliver value as a business if we can't follow the path of where you know, all of our loyal supporters are going? So that was yeah, really, really great experience, and I appreciate you saying that how unique it is as well.
It is unique. I just say one more thing. We're just this week, I've been doing a little course with Brooklyn Grange. So they're a fantastic roof farm in New York, probably the most famous one in the world. And I don't think that they have pivoted and done something as wonderful as this, as unique. And so I think, honestly, I think it's one of those things that, exactly as you say, you know, is news not just in Australia, it's news to me worldwide. It would be news in New York, news in London, because it's one of those. It's a fantastic COVID story. It really is.
Point any journalists our way, would you?
Yeah, I don't know who, but I'll try.
No,
I do want to maybe thank someone special here in the cohort as well, which is Anna Mugelein from the Difference Incubator. You should give us a wave, Anna. Like when we were first faced with the effects of COVID on our startup, she gave us incredible support in thinking through how we could see it through a different lens and take it to the next level. So it's collaboration, it's community in business as well as in these times when we need to adapt and we need to progress. It's that collaborative nature through organizations and collaborative nature in our communities that helps us support each other and look at the bigger picture again and have a wider perspective to be able to adapt quickly. Yeah. Thank you, Anna.
Does anyone else have anything they'd like to share or any questions for the team? You can either write in the chat or put your hand up. Just have a look around. Who's going to sign up? I hope everyone's.
I'm going to sign up.
Yeah, I would sign up. I would sign up if I saw this. If I wasn't making it, I would sign up because I think it's awesome. It's so cool.
I would. I'm just wondering what sort of discount do we get on that prototype too? I think that looks awesome.
good point. Yeah, something to explore. I know maybe G can speak to that.
I'm kidding. I'll just get one. No. I'll just have to sign up for cohort 2. That's all.
Sweet. Awesome.
Can I ask, with the next session that you're going to do, are you going to do microgreens? Because what you were showing was all erring towards hydroponic, but not necessarily microgreens. And we've really been loving having the microgreens. So is it just going to be hydroponic, or is it going to be microgreens as well?
No, absolutely. I think the aquaponics are always going to be, it's fundamental to who Farm All is, you know, and so it will always play a really key role in the program. Yeah, so the new model that's coming has got a fish tank component, and for growing microgreens as well. Yeah.
You want me to talk about it, Tobias?
Sorry?
You want me to talk about it a bit?
Yeah, do you want to talk about it at all?
Yeah, so with the new thing we're developing, we're trying to do, so be completely new products. Trying to get it 3D printed, but they're still yet to be determined. But it should be a hybrid system. So it should be both hydroponic and aquaponic. Primarily hydroponic with the fish tank, so you can grow that. So you can be able to grow a sheet of microgreens like you are now, but if you want to, you can put the pots in and grow with the pots hydroponically through that way too. So we're trying to do, you can do both things in the one unit completely, all self-contained. So you don't have to do any external things.
Is that going to be bigger?
Right?
Does that mean that the whole system's going to be larger?
Yeah, it'll be about 1.5 times wider than the fish tank you have now.
Yeah.
And similar width and height.
Cool.
So it'll be just a little bit wider, but more or less the same size.
Yeah. So and then of course the new all of the new tutorials and stuff will be tailored around using that new system. So we're going to be reshooting and redoing a lot of the videos round 2, and they're just going to be even better than the first time. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And yeah, and then of course we're still going to, you know, hope to pull in all the extra stuff as well, as much as we can around like soil growing and more of the holistic stuff as well that everyone seems to have enjoyed so much. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really awesome second cohort. So tell all your friends.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, and Serena, I like Serena's comment. Anyone, just for you guys in the first cohort, you definitely have the collector's edition resilience growing setup. It's,
I don't know about anyone else, but I'm sad. I don't want this to end with this cohort.
It's not ending. It's
just transitioning. I know.
Yeah,
it's special though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, I don't think I can really convey how special it's been for the Farm All team, for everyone. It's been stressful and chaotic, but also really exciting, and just so much just so much fun. Like actually just so much fun to make all the videos and to talk to all of you and get to know everyone. And yeah, it's just been the best. So
well, I'd like to say that I think that you've done an amazing job, and it's been really incredibly educational, and we've really enjoyed it. It's been fantastic, and yeah, we think you're great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I just want to say you guys have done an amazing job with all the content and how you created it so quickly. It's been a privilege to be part of it. Thanks for inviting us.
Thanks for showing up. Yeah, awesome. Cool. Yeah, it's a hard one to wrap up tonight. It's kind of big vibes. It's big vibes in the live stream. But yeah, I don't know. Do we wrap it up? Anyone else have anything else they want to share?
Congratulations, and we look forward to the next one.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yes.
Thank you.
All the fishies, the live ones and the ones that passed to a fishier place.
The fish.
We'll pour one out for the ones that didn't make it. Awesome.
Thank you.
Cheers.
That's all good.
Thanks everyone.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful night.
See you again. See you on Facebook.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.